This is Morten from English. I must say that I have been looking forward to this opportunity for a very long time. I'm here with Ferdinand from Gallus. Ferdinand?
Pleasure to meet you, Bent.
Finally, right?
Yeah.
I actually, I mean, it's not so often that I'm speechless, but you are, to me, a legend in the industry. Do you feel like a legend from time to time?
No, but sometimes when I meet customers, it doesn't matter around the world, I feel a very warm welcome. And now after my retirement starts, I'm looking back, I see still a lot of familiar faces, which we can say we go back many years and did some good things or some bad things together, you know.
I think that, you know, if you do things, you can do good things and bad things, but if you don't do anything, you will never do anything right, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Ferdi, I was just thinking because obviously Gallus is enormously famously known for the label and the label production, and it's a family, used to be a family company, now years later acquired by Heidelberg. In that history, you chose not to be the CEO, but you chose to be involved in sales and meet customers, right?
Yeah. I think, first of all, I like to do what I like to do. And I have the opportunity to choose, and that's a freedom which is very seldom. And I took that opportunity, and it worked well out for me and for many others. And also I had the opportunity to have good CEOs at Gallus over the time. So it was a win-win situation.
And when you traveled around the world, was it like, I mean, one thing is that you sell machines and get friends and get customers, but another thing is also that you learn from the different market. What was one of the bigger, let's say, learning experiences you have had?
I think the biggest learning experience is that first, when I visit a customer, my first step is always the factory floor.
Of course.
That's where the music is playing. That's where you get very fast an idea what's about. And then you are be able later on, when you have a cup of coffee and you talk about, you are be able to be a competent partner and give the right answers to the questions or the solutions. Or if there is an issue with the customer, it gives you the right arguments to understand why A or why it's B.
Are you, when you look back at your time with Gallus and the development of machines, have you sometimes been stubborn and saying, this is what I want?
Yes, and actually that's one of the last things we had in St. Gallen, the wine days. I wanted to have a machine which is replacing the Gallus TCS 250, the world famous offset combination screen hot foil stamping wine label machine. And now we have it in the future world, in the digital world. So I was fighting for a long time, and now we have it.
And how is it? Is the market appreciating that stubbornness?
The feedback, the results, the sales show that we have another good, let's say, had a good idea what the market is needing.
I would say that also when I look at Gallus, in many ways, Gallus as a company has been very front runner and also very innovative in a lot of the technologies. Today, when you come to trade shows, when you visit customers and you see some of your competitors in the shop, I mean, how do you look at them?
Actually, you have to turn the wheel a little bit back. When the industry started to go from flexo, from potato stamp to letterpress, there was a time when the industry was booming all over around. You had Neil Peter, you had Mark Andy, you had some other manufacturers which really built the label industry together with Gallus. And then there was the moment when letterpress was level off, and it's only used in certain market segments where it makes sense. And then flexo came, UV flexo came, high definition flexo came. Today, if you have a substrate which matches the best plates, best inks, it's hard to see the difference to offset. You really need a glass. Yeah. And that means its innovation is there. Innovation not only from a machine manufacturer, innovation from the plate side, from the substrate side, from the die cutting side. And to have the people in the R&D department who are be able to understand it and combine it, and with what they have listened learned from the customer to put into a machine.
Amazing. So would you say when you mentioned Mark Andy and Neil Peter, was that part of, let's say, a friendly competition or?
Yes, they have been very proper and they really help to develop the market.
Fantastic. Ferdy, you said yourself, and it's also been in the news that you are starting your third age, right?
Yes, yeah.
Can you ever stop working?
Good question, actually. You know, right now, I ended last year in December. I was for 1 week, I was 100% retired.
And that was only
And
100%.
then for 1 week, 100% retired. And then I started to work again for 20%. That means when the company needs me, they give me a call, I'm coming, they ask me for advice, we chat. But it's really on a base, they ask me. And they know my network, they know where I'm good, they know where not to call me. So, keep 30 out, you know, so no trouble, you know. So it works quite well so far.
What about, because I guess that when you look at the label converter side, on the customer side, some of these companies have become really big, right? But I also think that you have also become like good personal friends with some of the owners of these like really big companies, right? How important is that personal relationship in your mind?
I think there is a moment, if you start with a small company, then it's a trust. I remember when I was 14 years old, I was at Drupa. A woman came to me, I was standing in front of the machine from my father, and she told me that they put their house on collateral to get the money to buy the printing machine, and it better works. And there I learned what it means, the trust that you as a supplier has to deliver, and what the other, they put the faith in you. And it is the same with a big corporation. And it doesn't matter if small, medium size, at the end it's the same. They give you a lot of money and they expect that you deliver the right thing. And not always it's so smooth, but then there's the moment when you have to stand up to the plate, when you have to say, we did a mistake, let's make it good, let's correct it, or let's learn it. And that's where actually then the real partnership starts.
And that's where you're stopping too, right?
Yes, exactly.
Of course, because you understand the value of the relationship and let's say that there's no shortcuts to having a long-term relationship.
And I learned that I have never been screwed by this philosophy. Don't never give up, fix it until it's done. And really the results, the image Gallus has in the world, or me or so, it really, yes, we deliver. And that actually gives me, it was the right way to go. But on the other side, or not on the other side, but things are changing. I'm retiring, I'm phasing out a lot of this spirit from companies which are owned by an owner is different when there's private equity involved. You know, and the sign is you have to see this and you have to go with that change.
Yeah. True. I have only one question left. Are you ready?
Yeah.
When will you retire?
Slowly, but step by step. I think I'm retired when no one is calling me for ask me, can I help?
Fantastic. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, Bent.